Hello everyone, well I've got another unboxing for you today. Daisy is very excited about this one. I don't know why, Daisy, but anyway I'm quite excited because this is part of my history in vacuum cleaner collecting. I had one of these. It's one that didn't survive the cull of the 90s. It's not a special model as such, it's a fairly basic model. But it's an example of a Hoover Compact that I've wanted to own for a while. It's from eBay, of course. It looked okay in the pictures, but you can never tell, can you, with eBay? I did ask the seller if he or she could pack it so the machine won't get scratched by the tools in transit. So hopefully, I was very polite about it. You know, I said, I'm sorry to ask, but I've had many vacuums broken on delivery. Right. Well, it's lots of bubble wrap, so that's good. Lots of bubble wrap, isn't there, Daisy? So, there we are. Right. This is a Compact Super. This would have been made in the factory in France in a place called Dijon, famous for mustard. And Dijon was closed, I don't know when. I've asked my Alexa, she didn't know either. Dijon was closed at some point and all production was moved to Scotland, Cambuslang. But of course, as we all know, I'll move that. It's been nicely wrapped and initial, I've just seen a little glimpse of it and it looks in pretty good shape. But anyway, it will need a good spit and a polish. Let's just take everything out quickly. Now I'm hoping that the small tools are inside, because it does have tool storage on board, but it wasn't actually shown. And I'm not sure if I'll be able to get one of those tool trays again. So this is the Compact Super, and I think this is from the, I think it could be from this second generation, the first series of the second generation of compacts. And by second generation, I mean the more boxy compact cleaners that had the built-in tools, because the first compacts we got in the UK didn't have, I'm just thinking, no they didn't have a built-in tool tray. So this is the Compact Super. So there was the base model, which I did have as well, had a lower wattage motor and it didn't have automatic cord rewind, can you believe it? And then above the Compact Super there was the Compact Electronic, which was much the same as this but with electronic speed control. And then the top of the range, which I do have a video of, an old video of on my channel, the Compact Electronic Total System, which also had the Turbo 300 power head. That was a lovely little vacuum. Right, that is not bad. So that's the contour nozzle. Let's pop all the packaging out the way. It's a decent nozzle. I first saw this nozzle on the Sensortronics when they were launched in 83, 82. I think it was, yes, I think it's 82 the Sensortronics came out. I think my brochure does say 82. So this is the contour nozzle, which was an improvement. Needs a bit of a clean. It's a little bit rusty, but I find a Brillo pad helps with that, with light rusting and some metal polish. I don't think I'll get the rust off completely, but it's not too bad. It's got the pedal at the side, brush down, hard floor, brush up for carpets. This is slightly dumbed down because the earlier contour nozzles would have had a little window here that would indicate when you've got it on hard floor or carpet. So if you had it on the hard floor setting, there'd be a single line, and if you had it on the carpet setting, there would be, you know, sort of a facsimile of a carpet. Anyway, there we go. So that's that. Comes with two plastic ones. The models above this would have come with the metal. They're okay, they're intact. Often those locking rings break. That one's fine. That one's fine. So, you know, it's boding quite well, because if that's in pretty good condition, it's probably not had heavy usage. This is the upgrade pistol grip, hand grip. I had several models like this, but they had remote controls. But with this one, it's just, obviously, it's a non-powered hose cleaner. So you've got your little suction relief inlet there, and you've got the button at the front, which releases the hose, or you could put the cleaning tools directly into that. And it swivels as well, either side, I think. Yes, and that's the side, of course, it goes into the cleaner. Right, let's can't put it off any longer. I'm happy so far. This is an unboxing that follows rather an unfortunate one I did, which I'm not sure if I'm ever going to upload. I don't know yet. At the time of making this, I don't really want to upload it, because it was very disappointing. I've sent it back anyway. Well, I've still got it now, but I'm sending it back. Oh, blimey. Yeah, now, oh dear. You know, it's such a shame. Oh, well, fortunately, I thought it was both of them. It still ruined the cleaner though. Look. The blasted wheel has broken, and that would have happened in transit. I do have another one, not in this colour. If you, by any chance, have got one of these at scrap, or you've got a brown wheel for Hoover Compact Super, please let me know. Because, yeah, there's, I mean, I do have some new glue, but that's absolutely shattered. Oh, what a shame, because apart from that, this cleaner is in very good shape. But that is, oh dear me, what can you do? I mean, even that. I don't know whether just to replace with 2 black wheels. If somebody's got, anyone who's got a load of old spares, see if you've got a brown. I do know I have, and I've got a compact I can take the wheels off. I've got 2 the same, but they're not going to match. That's a pity, isn't it? That is a pity, because the rest of this looks very good. I mean, it's going to look even better when it's cleaned up. Anyway, hopefully when I open this, we will find the cleaning tools. I do like this colour. I'm not sure what Hoover called it. Right. Fingers crossed at least it will have the tool tray in it and all the tools. Oh, it doesn't even have the tool tray. Oh dear. I don't think I'll ever get one of those. I might have the tools, and if I don't have the tools, you know, there's always plenty of turbo power toolkits on eBay unused, and as far as I remember, some of them do actually have the correct tools I need, and they'll be black, but it's getting a tool tray. Will I get a tool tray? I know Mr. Sam Watson's got one of these, but I don't suppose he'll part with his, so I can make this one better. But I don't know if he had 2. I'm gonna have to I'll contact him. He might. I don't know if he got another one, and he's got one that's in much worse shape. I'll see. In his shed of bits, he possibly might have a tool tray and a wheel. I'll have to ask him. That's disappointing. I might email the seller and say, you know, if you find them, let me know. There is a date wheel in here. You won't be able to see it, but it's pointing to 6/1987, so this main part was made in June 1987. So here's the very crude way of keeping the filter in place. This little wire thing. The filter will wash, but that really needs replacing. I might still be able to get filters for this. If not, I'll just have to cut something to fit. I think it's a 900 watt motor, this. I'll check underneath. I believe the electronic and total systems had a 1000 watt motor. And at the front here, if I tip it without breaking anything else, that's space for one of the round Hoover air fresheners. And a non-genuine bag, tut tut tut, you can still buy those. At least it's got the original bag slide by the looks of it. So the tool tray, that's those trousers dirted. The tool tray would have fitted here. And it doesn't matter that it's not here, it doesn't affect the suction like it would on the Sensortronics, the first generation style Sensortronics. If you had the tool tray out of those, if that was missing the tool tray, you'd lose most of the suction. But this one still seals. The bumper here also forms part of the seal, so it will still have the suction. So it doesn't really matter. It's got bag check indicator just here, you know, the standard piston grip, and this is just the part of the exhaust, because it exhausts here and it also exhausts out the back. But Hoover have pictured a little rose on that to indicate the air freshener. On-off switch, cord rewind, and on this one, I think that must be for overheating then. That must be the overheating light on that, because it's not a bag check indicator. And obviously here, on the total system model, this would have had the power takeoff socket, so you'd have connected the hose and there would have been a little lead that with a plug on that you'd plug into that, and then you'd have to connect the power nozzle to a socket on the handle. So we've got your swivel caster. Right, let's have a look, see if we can date this to around 87 anyway, I think. But anyway, it's Hoover model S3460, made in France, 50 Hertz, 900 watts, 240 volts, and it is 7060142. Oh, that is such a shame. Such a shame about that. As I say, I have got a wheel that would fit, but it's black. And for me, I try to have things that are as original as possible in a collection. Otherwise it's a bit spoiled. The collection for me is spoiled a bit. One little story for you. When these are out, I was doing a lot of catalogue shopping back in the day, because we didn't have the internet back then. And I did catalogue shopping because I was able to spread the payments, and I remember getting the electronic version of this from Grattan Catalogue, and it blew up as soon as I turned it on, more or less. It was on for a few seconds and it made a noise, and then kaput, it went, which was very unusual for that to happen back then. They did normally have reasonable quality control, and it's not the lightest vacuum. Right, let's plug it in. Let's hope the motor sounds all right anyway. Right, it might switch on. Well, that's good. That sounds very good. Yeah. I've just got a little smell coming. Hopefully it's going to work a bit longer. Let's pop the old hose in. I don't think these even had, they didn't even have a bracket, either a storage bracket or a parking bracket. What a pity, because there are a few superfluous scratches on this machine, but the motor sounds okay. It'll clean up nicely, it'll polish up to an almost new appearance, I think, this. It is just such a shame about the wheel. I can live without the tool tray. I had a sneaky feeling it wouldn't be included, it wasn't shown, and I don't think the seller knew, to be quite honest. I don't mind when a seller sells me something that they're not a collector and they don't really know what they're selling and something's missing, and it's just a genuine, not an error, but you know, it's an oversight. They don't know. I could have asked, I suppose. I still would have probably bid on it anyway, even if it didn't. Because I like them. I like this compact. No, let's give it a quick go anyway. Oh well, I don't regret buying it. It's the seller packed it as well as he could, but wheels, I'm sure fellow collectors know that wheels can break. Oh, dearie me. Never mind. I mean, I might attempt at gluing that. I'm not going to use it, am I? But just so it looks a bit better. But I mean, it's once I take it off, I might just be able to do something with it. But let's check the cord rewind. I don't think it's going to be great. They never were. Even brand new, these were sluggish. I think it's only when they introduced the Alpina that they seem to have improved the cord rewinds, but I always remember these being slow. Oh, that's not too bad. Well, it wouldn't be too bad. Well, heck, it's made a liar of me. That's pretty quick, actually. This will benefit, you know, when I have the time. All the cleaners I bought second-hand will benefit from a proper strip down and lubrication, grease where necessary. But you know, like the cord rewind, they need grease sometimes. But actually, that isn't bad at all. So there you go, folks. A little bit bittersweet. I'm glad I've got one. But anyway, I'll have a word with Mr. Sam and see if he's got any spares for this in his shed, because I would like to get the tool tray and another wheel. That's all I really need for this, and it would be very nice otherwise. So there you go. That's my Hoover, French-made Hoover Compact Super. Probably it is from 1987. It would be about that time period. That's certainly when part of it was made anyway. So if you have any help or questions or comments, whatever, please let me know in the comments section as usual. So until the next unboxing, and at the time of making this video, I am expecting 4 more vacuums. Now 2 of them are vintage-ish. They're from the late 80s, early 90s, but they are in the box and not been out of the box. So hopefully they'll be okay. And I'm expecting 2 Hoover uprights. One I got very, very cheaply. I'm not expecting it to be in terribly good shape, and the other one is probably in quite good shape. But they're a project. I do have fun, actually. The last time I did cleaned up an old vacuum, it was quite satisfying, so I will be doing more of that. Probably wait till the summer when I can strip them down and I can leave the parts to dry properly in the sun or something, and do some retro brighting. Right, there you go. I will go now. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all very soon. Bye for now.